Hello students, in this video we are going to discuss this problem. So let's discuss the observation part. Be careful and don't do the silly mistake in this problem because most of the students do the silly mistake and they lost the marks. Okay, so let's begin the solution part. First of all, if you observe one thing, here we have the inequality where we can factorize some of the things. If you observe here, yes, you can easily factorize, that is x minus 1 into x minus 2. Okay, next if you observe here, you can take the x square as common here. What we have to do with this one? Quite easy, that we will take the negative common first of all. Why I'm going to take the negative common? Because in the wavy curve method we learned that the coefficient of x square must be what? Positive. The same for the x, the coefficient of x must be positive here. Okay, so we just take the negative common from here, so we get this part. And if you observe, the factors of this is going to be this one, and we take the x square common, that is here. And if you take the x square common here, it is going to be x minus 3. Okay, now let's move forward. So here we can do further factorization, that is a square minus b square formula, that is a plus b and a minus b, that we are applying here. And the rest of the thing is quite completed because this is we have multiple times, or you can say 2 times here. Okay, let's simplify a little bit more. Now we have this one. Okay, you will be wondering, sir, how this greater than sign becomes a less than, because we multiplied with the negative sign. And in the previous video we discussed, if you multiply with the negative quantity, you will be getting what? The change in the sign of the inequality. Now you have to plot the points, that is this is going to be 0 at what? Whenever x is 0. Okay, next if you observe here, this is going to be 0 when it is 1, that we have plotted. Then this is going to be 2, here we have 3, and from here we will be getting the minus 2. So we plotted all the points. So we will start with a positive sign, if you remember. Yes, then afterwards you will see negative, negative, positive, positive, negative. Okay, how it is happening? Okay, let's quickly discuss. So whenever we have a factor which is having odd power, if it is positive, in that case it will be negative. If it is negative, in that case it will be positive. If you have a factor which is having what? Even power, so in that case no change. In that case you will have no change. Okay, so look at here, this 3 comes from which factor? This one, and this factor having 1, that's why it's changed the sign here. Next if you observe this 2, this 2 is coming from this one, and this is the even power, so no change, negative, and still remains negative. Now let's see for 1. So 1 having the odd factor, so that's why it changes the sign to negative to positive. Next here it is 0, and again the same concept, the 0 having a even power because it is coming from the even factor, so it remains positive. Now at last we will talk about for the minus 2 as well. So minus 2 is coming from here, and clearly we can see that here the factor having odd power, so it will change the negative, not, it will change the positive to negative. Okay, now in the problem we want the region where it is less than or equal to 0. So we will say that this is the portion which is required. Next if you observe here, that is 1 comma 3. Why everyone? Yes, from here to here it still remains negative, but you missed one of the point that we will be discussing. Okay, which point you are going to miss? This point, because at 0 if you try to put the 0, it is going to provide you 0, and 0 equals to 0. Yes, it is correct. So here we will include the 0 as a point. This is a point that we included. This is the interval, and if you talk about this one, this is also an interval here. So this is going to be the final answer of this problem. For such videos, subscribe to this channel. Thank you.